The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. Jannah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نبي الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وَعَلَىٰ آلِكَ وَأَصْحَابِكَ يَا نُورَ اللَّهِ. Viewers of Madani Channel, fellow brothers, we once again thank Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal. Through His mercy, through His bounties, we are still continuing with this beautiful, inspiring, motivational topic, which we are covering with many episodes. This is none other than the path of knowledge, wherein we are going to try to see how to take it, how to become a student, how to reach even to the last level of becoming a scholar, what you meet in the way, the challenges you face, and what the boost you need to boost your morale. You find that when the soldiers, before they go to battle, they start to sing to chant some whatever incantation which they chant to boost their morale. So this is the chapter which we are to boost the morale of the students, as well as anybody who is aspiring to be a student and who is aspiring to be a scholar, those who are in Jamia, those who are in Madaris, Madrasatul Balighan, the madrasa of the children, any type of madrasa. Now we are in this time, in moment whereby we are trying to boost up your morale by mentioning the virtues of knowledge, the superiority of knowledge, the fada'il, the fruits, the tamara, the fruits which one reap from acquiring knowledge. And it's very vast. I know that those people who were with us from the beginning of this episode, you are seeing that each and every time, whenever we come with a verse, the verse becomes so much that it becomes delicious than any other food of this dunya, that sometimes it needs a whole episode to digest one verse. Sometimes we cannot do justice. We cannot limit. Its knowledge is very vast. You will see that whenever you try it, you will start to swim on it, you won't see any shore near you. You just see only the sea. So let us proceed again. But before us doing so, let us try to listen to one virtue of salat was salam, of sending durood, of reciting a durood on our Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which we normally say that in a summary, in a nutshell, in a cocoon, that the one who sent a durood once, Allah will in turn give him 10 rewards. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Viewers of Madani Channel, now let us be on our couches. Let us try to sit down so that now it is time to ponder and to digest and to listen for more and more verses of knowledge. We are going to listen about the importance of knowledge, wherein Ahlul Ilm, the people of knowledge, hum muntafi'una, they are the one who benefit bidarbillayil amthal. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give examples, no one will understand the example of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave in the Holy Quran. None other will understand it except a scholar. None other. Sometimes you give the example of a housefly, a dubab. Sometimes he gave an example of the spider, al-ankabut. Sometimes al-ba'udah, yani al-mosquito, the example of mosquito. Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal gave example. Even the Arabs, the kuffar from among us, the Arab, despite the fact that they were speaking Arab, but they used not to understand. They used us even sometimes to ask, مَاذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِهَذَا مَثَلًا. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intend with this example? They were failing to understand. They were failing, actually, rather. They were failing to understand the thing which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wallahi, it is not a common example. It is a divine example. We won't understand it if we don't have knowledge. That's why they say that don't try to embark in the Holy Quran if you don't have. Because the Quran, يُذِلُّ بِهِ كَثِيرًا وَيَهْدِي بِهِ كَثِيرًا. The Quran will misguide many people. It will misguide them. And it will guide many people. Why? Those people want to embark without knowledge. None other understand the Quran except the people who have got ilm, the true knowledge of Islam. So this is again one virtue of knowledge, that the people of knowledge, they are the one who understand the amthal, the examples which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give in the Holy Quran. Now Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said in Surah Al-Ankabut, in the verse chapter called a spider. Just imagine. You start to wonder, what about the spider? None other than the scholars will understand this really. It is only the scholars who may have got the privilege that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by His permission, by His grace, by His virtue, they understand this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from among us the people who understand the examples. That may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the knowledge which will make us to be humble, that we start to understand the virtues of the Quran, the examples of the Quran. That's why it is said, مَا يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرٍ. It was said vividly. The one whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will good for him. يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. He grant him the understanding. فَقَالَ تَعَالَى. Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal is saying in the Holy Quran, the verse coming from Surah Al-Ankabut, the chapter called the spider. Al-Ankabut is the spider. Verse number 43, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, وَتِلْكَ الْأَمْثَالُ نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ وَمَا يَعْقِلُهَا إِلَّا الْعَالِمُونَ. These are the example. These are the similitude which we give to people. نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ, which we narrate, which we give to the people. وَمَا يَعْقِلُهَا, no one understand it better, إِلَّا الْعَالِمُونَ, except for the scholars. All human beings listen attentively. From amongst you, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the example, none will benefit from it except the scholars. I give you the example. The kuffar, despite the fact that they understand Arabic, this Quran is coming in Arabic. Sometimes you find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif, Lam, Mim, these are the huruful mufridat, the Arabic alphabet. The same alphabetic which the kuffar used to speak, this Alif, Lam, Mim, this is part of this, their alphabet. But now when it comes to the Quran, they used to ask, مَاذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِهَذَا مَثَلًا. What is the reason behind this parable? Failing to understand it. Why? None other will understand the parables, the similitude of the Quran, except the scholars. This is a virtue of knowledge. One of our pious predecessors, actually, his name is Amr bin Murrah. إِذَا مَرَّ بِمَثَلِ لَا يَفْهَمُهُ. Whenever he recited the Quran, he come across any example which he failed to understand, which he failed to comprehend in his brain, in his medulla oblongata. Yabuki, he used to cry. Yaqulu, he used to say, Lastu min al-alimin. I am not from amongst the scholars. Why? Because those people who understand the parables are the scholars. So whenever any example was given in the Quran and he failed to comprehend it, he used to cry. And a common question to you, the viewers out there. How many times we listen to the Quran and we fail to understand? We don't cry. We don't care anymore. That is how was the approach of our pious predecessors when they were approaching the Quran. Nevertheless, respected elders, my beloved brothers, the viewers of Madani Channel, it is telling us that none other than the people of knowledge, these are the ones who benefit only from the parables which Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal narrates unto us in the Quran. Now to proceed, another virtue of knowledge, Al-Kitab, the Quran, Ayatun Bayyinat, it is clear verses. The verses of the Quran are clear, they are very clear. If you are confusing, it is when confusion is coming out, it is not coming from the Quran, it is coming from you. Because the verses of the Holy Quran are clear. But fi suduri ahl al-ilm, they are in the chest of the people of knowledge, the verses of the Quran. Wallahi, this is very, very beautiful. In a simple example, when we buy a house, when you build a house, you make sure that you start to decorate the house, the microwave, the aircon, you make sure that the house will look modern by putting many, many furnitures into it. That when anybody enters that house, he will feel amazed. He will be feeling that, mashallah, this is very, very well. This is what we do to our house. What about our hearts? When are we going to decorate our hearts with the Quran? Nothing will decorate the hearts except the Quran. That's why these people of knowledge, they say that the verses of the Quran is found in their hearts. We don't want the Quran to be found only in the cup. That's why they say that knowledge is not found in sotor, yani in the lines of the books. Walakin, but knowledge fi sudur, it must be found in the heart. So this is to show that the Quran, it's a favor actually for those people of knowledge. They have got it in their heart. What a beautiful heart it is. You know, whenever we found a house which is well decorated, we say, what a beautiful house. So now we are saying, what a beautiful heart it is. The heart which is loaded with the verse of the Quran. Now let us go to the point. Annahu, that verily, subhanahu, He, the Almighty Himself, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, madaha, He praised. Just imagine who? Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal. Praising who? The people of knowledge. Madaha ahl al-ilm, the people of knowledge. Wa athna alayh, and He praised them. He elogized them. He elogized them. Wa sharrafahum, and He made them noble, the people of knowledge. He made them noble. So that's why we hear from the hadith, man aada li waliya, the one who wage a war with my wali. Because nobody will become a wali except that he have good knowledge. No any wali will come wali automatically. We normally recite the qasida ghawthiyah. I'm just quoting some part. Okay, darastul ilma hatta sirt qutuba. Darastul ilm, I learned the knowledge hatta sirt qutuba, till I reach that ledge of becoming a qutub. You won't reach without knowledge. You'll have got to start knowledge. We just have got to mention this, that we know where knowledge will take us. So this, the people of knowledge, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, praise them. فَقَالَ تَعَالَى, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said in Surah Al-Ankabut, بَلْ هُوَ, that this it is, آيَاتٌ بَيِّنَاتٌ, clear verses, فِي صُدُورِ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمِ, which is found in the verse, in the chest of those people who are given knowledge. الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمِ, the people who are given knowledge. Which knowledge? The knowledge of the book. Where is it found? In their hearts. In their hearts, that's where it is founded. It's a virtue that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala led this Quran to be in their hearts, to bless them. Nurun ala nur. This is a virtue upon a virtue. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us to understand and to comprehend that this knowledge is very, very important. Another virtue of knowledge. We will dive, we can speak, we can continue, but we won't finish. That's why we say that this topic, path of knowledge, we will go to many episodes and many episodes, but we won't do justice. Actually, we shall try to only to mention basic stuff, so not as to go to many, many details. Why? Because ma qalla wa dalla khayru mimma kathura wa alha. That which is short and precise and straight to the point, it is better than to speak a lot and you end up forgetting. Because the essence is to call one and all that starting today, we must now start to strain to the path of knowledge. Another virtue of knowledge, talabul mazidu min al-ilm. There is nothing which Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal commanded His beloved Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he must ask for increment in it. Nothing except knowledge. Nothing. Actually, we hear from Sirah that the Mount Uhud was about to be made gold for him, and he refused. Increment in wealth. He refused the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we know from the hadith, when we will be explaining the hadith, that the prophets, they live an estate for us. What estate? Was it for industry? No. La yuwarrithu dirhaman wala dinar. They never left a gold and silver for instead, except knowledge. And he used not to ask for increment for anything else except for knowledge. A lesson to us, to teach us that we must keep on ask for the increment of knowledge. This is a virtue of knowledge, that it is a thing in this dunya that you must be greedy of it. Whenever you've got a portion, don't stand on it. Keep on, keep on. Manhumani la yashba'ani. Manhumun fi dunya la yashba' minha. Wa manhumun fil ilm la yashba' minhu. Two greedy people, they will never be satisfied. The one who is greedy for the dunya will never be satisfied of it. The one who is greedy of knowledge, of ilm, will never be satisfied. It is a bahar, it's an ocean, whereby the time you start to say that now I know, that's when you become not to know. You must keep on, you must keep on, you must keep on. Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said, وَقُلْ رَبِّي زِدْنِي عِلْمًا وَقُلْ رَبِّي زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. This is a dua. If you are in mahol of dawat Islam, we recite it. We start madrasa, we tell the children, recite it. Before we are in the gathering of knowledge, we recite it. Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge. This shows the goodness of knowledge. If it was not good, how can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask us to be increased? Do you know that in this dunya, many things, if they become excess, they can become a source of disease. If you eat too much food, an increment in food, you try to eat too much, it can cause disease. You start to eat, you eat, it can cause you disease. Rain, if it come in quantity, it will destroy the crops. Right? Again, in the fish, they like water. But now storm, if it start now too much water, it will destroy the fish. But there is one thing, if you can consume it in quantity, it won't destroy you. It will give and shape you more and more and more. What is this thing? None other than ilm, knowledge. This is a virtue of knowledge, that it is the thing whereby we just have got to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day in and day out that we must be increased in knowledge. The Sahaba, they used not to be pleased with the previous knowledge. Each and every time they want to seek knowledge. Like one scholar said that each and every day I want to have got a new chapter. They say that when a day comes and you does not learn something new, then that day is spoiled. Why? Because you say that utulubul ilm, try to look for knowledge from the cradle to the grave. You just have to try to look for knowledge each and every time, each and every time. And knowledge, ya ikhwani, beloved brothers, the one who is studying is like the one who is swimming. You will keep on being on top of water when you are still flipping your hands. The moment you stop, you drown. Exactly like knowledge. The moment you say that now I am enough, then you start to become ignorant. That's why they say that man qala ana adiri, the one who says that me I know, fahuwa la yadiri. He does not know. Each and every time we just have got to seek for knowledge. We seek for increment. We must ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us this knowledge. We just have got to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase us in knowledge. This is from among us the virtues of knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He raised the people of knowledge in very high status, the people of knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them a highest rank in this dunya as well as in the year after. In this dunya as well as in the year after. May Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal make us from among us the people who try to seek for knowledge before it is too late. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.
The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path